this is Nick Anderson. Nick Anderson, you graduated in, let's see if I can remember now, 2015. Is that right?
Correct. Correct.
Wow. And Nick was one of my sprinters, long jumper. Kid could do it all for us, really. He did 100, 200, 400, long jump, high jump. I mean, he did whatever. In fact, one of the only kids to ever score 30 points at indoor sectionals his senior year. So that was a pretty cool experience. What would you say was your favorite experience for track for Saratoga?
My favorite experience was senior year 4x4 at nationals at AT&T Stadium, North Carolina. I was the lead leg in the 4x4, handing off to Corey Briggs, I believe, and I was the lead leg. I was coming down the final stretch, and I heard Corey just yell like Nick, come on, Nick, come on, Nick. And that's when I just really gritted my teeth, and I just gave it every single ounce of energy I had in my body. Some people say they give it their all. I had nothing left after that 400, and that was the first time I broke 50, and I was pretty glad I did because I had nothing left in the tank. And after I gave the baton to Corey, I kind of tripped over myself and fell, and I was just dying in the heat, and I was laying there. And the two chaperones that are working the meet walk over to me and say, "Mr. Anderson, are you okay?" And I was like, "How do you know my name?" And I'm sitting there almost dying, and they're like, "It's on your bib, your name's on your bib." I was like, "Oh, all right." And they helped me up, and I was pretty good there. But that's probably one of my favorite memories from
that
track.
That was pretty memorable. It was hot that day.
It was hot.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And that was the same four kids. You guys have the school record, right? The same four guys, you and Corey and was it Rob and Aiden Doty?
Yep. And then Will O'Neill was interchangeable, but those 4 or 5 were definitely solid.
Yeah.
Solid form.
That was a crazy year. You guys ran nationals indoor. I think we took Aiden out, put Tom Conboy on.
Yep, he did good. He did good too.
You guys got the school record in that too.
That was fun. Fun.
Those were definitely good times. Now you probably one of the most successful sprinters in Saratoga history. Like I said, your senior year indoor track, 3 first place finishes, first time we ever won sectionals indoor. Outdoor track that year, you scored a ton of points at Shenandoah for sectionals, the 100, the 200, the 400, and the long jump. I mean, not many kids can say I scored at sectionals, but to do it in that many events is pretty awesome. What do you think helped you be so successful?
To be honest, I think it was you. I mean, every single day we came up to practice, and it was hey, me, Rob, and all the guys that were not leading in points, but just being leaders in the actual team. You guys are the ones scoring the most points every single meet. So I need you scoring the most points in practice. You need to bring your A game every single day. And you didn't let us sell ourselves short. And that just helped us in the long run. So, I mean, I think it was you just holding us up to that accountability. Hey, you guys are pretty good athletes. You guys can run fast and jump high. You need to be doing that every single day. And not letting us slack off and just doing attention to detail, stuff like that. So that definitely carried over into meets, and we just kept that even keel of just always bringing a game, never drop below what we could do. So that's definitely the biggest part for me.
Well, I'll tell you, it wasn't hard to do because I feel like that group of guys, although sometimes would drive me crazy, there was just this aura of competitiveness between that group. I mean, you and Ryan Lopez and Rob Houghton and Aiden Doty and Tom Conboy and Corey Briggs. I mean, you guys were always just competitive in practice, and I think that's you guys nailed the workouts. I would say this is what we're doing today, guys, and yeah, there would be an eye roll, but you guys would just go out and nail it anyway. So that was pretty awesome.
Sure.
Now you went to Cortland.
Yep.
And you played, actually, you didn't even run track at Cortland, unfortunately, but you did play football for 4 years, yes?
Yes, correct.
And is it the last year was your final year? What were your highlights at Cortland football?
I'm not sure my exact placement on the list, but I think I'm top 10 in touchdown receptions with 16. I do share the school record with 14 other people in most touchdowns in a game, which is 3. I did that against Brockport, and they went to the Elite 8 that year in the national championship for like the run, the national championship. So that was pretty cool. I think one of the best highlights for me was my last touchdown in my last game in Corsica. It was a 42-yard touchdown. And I'd say like the ball was in the air for so long, and I just felt like the whole entire stadium was quiet and it was just so silent. And then when I caught it and went on the ground, it just erupted in just crazy just emotions, and it was one of like the best feelings for me ever in my whole career.
And there's no bigger game for Cortland than Corsica, is there?
Not at all. Not at all. Nothing at all.
That's really awesome. So now, how do you feel like track helped your college career?
Oh, I mean, top end speed for sure. To be honest, I know like not many track techniques go over into football, but learning track techniques definitely helped me learn like route techniques and just how to just like apply pressure to that technique every single day, and like you will show progress. But like early on for me, like technique really didn't become a thing until I honestly just started running track, because I just got by like running by people or just using my like athletic ability. But then as other people started to like catch up, like everybody's like a pretty athletic person now, so I need to work on my technique. So like the mental aspect in that point. So for me, it was like just like technique and how to like apply it to my craft and just make myself better that way.
That's awesome. So if you were to give any of the kids that are 10th, 11th grade, 12th grade, some advice about what to do beyond high school or even in high school while they're doing track, what would you say to them?
I would definitely tell them to not compare yourself to anybody else. Like everybody is on like their own journey. That was the biggest thing for me. I kind of caught myself up in like comparing myself to somebody else, but you know, they're on like a different stage in life than I am, and they're on like a different chapter in life than I am. I'm going through this thing, they're going through that thing. And it's just facing yourself every single day and being better than you were the day before, and just, you know, just not comparing yourself to anybody else. Everybody's on like their own journey. I mean, I know it's like a team sport at the end of the day. I'm not saying don't get away from like the team aspect of it, but you know, you need to work on yourself. You need to face yourself every single day and just be better than the day you were before. So definitely just keep your eyes on your own road and just don't compare yourself to anybody else. That's the biggest thing for me.
I love that. I love that. Hey man, it has been an absolute pleasure to see you. Definitely, if you make it back up here to upstate New York, the frozen tundra, you gotta stop by and say hello.
For sure, definitely, I will.
All right, man. Thank you so much for doing this, and hope to see you soon.
No problem. Yeah, thank you.
All right, stay safe, my man.
Yep, bye.